Hey everybody, this tutorial is going to go over multi-step linear equations and how to solve them. Uh, Up on our screen right now we see an example of a multi-step linear equation. The three steps that you're going to have to go through when you see one of these like this that has no fractions in it is to first simplify both sides of the equation by distributing to get rid of parentheses and then adding like terms. After you've done that, you will be left with either a three-step, two-step, or one-step equation. So first, let's simplify each side of the equation. We'll start with the left side. The like terms here are 2x and 4x, which turns this side of the equation into 6x plus 5. On this side, we have to do a little bit more work. Now here they have parentheses and they have brackets. Mathematically, there's no difference to parentheses and brackets. However, if you're putting something in on your calculator, then you will see there is a difference. They use brackets for the matrices on a calculator, and parentheses are strictly for equations. So for our purposes, what we will do is to get rid of these parentheses here. To simplify this, the first thing you need to do is get rid of parentheses. Go work from the innermost parentheses, which is right here, and you're going to distribute the 3 to each one of the things inside. So rewrite this as 2x minus 3x plus 3, parentheses, plus 23, or brackets, but it's the same thing. Now inside this bracket, you're going to add like terms. Adding like terms here gives us 3 parentheses, 3 parentheses, 2x minus 3x is just negative x, plus 3, bracket, plus 23. And since this is simplified as far as it goes, all we have to do is copy this down here. Finally, we have this set of brackets that we want to get rid of, so we will distribute here, copying this again, and this becomes negative 3x plus 9 plus 23. On this side, we are still not completely simplified. What we have to do is to add like terms. These two terms right here would turn into 6x plus 5, copy again, negative 3x, and then the like terms, 9 plus 23 gives us 32. Now what we're left with is a three-step equation. What we're supposed to do is gather all the x's on one side, all the numbers on the other side. For reasons that we'll later use, it's a good idea to gather the smallest x, to move the smaller of the two x. In this case, negative 3 is much smaller than positive 6. Move that to the other side so that we're left with a positive number. When we're doing inequalities, this will save us a little bit of time. The resulting equation for this, we cancel out here, leaving us 32 on this side. And on this side, we'd have 9x plus 5. Now to get the numbers to the other side, we have x all by itself on one side. Now let's get it more so isolated. Subtract 5 from both sides, leaving us 9x equals 32 minus 5 is 27. So we write that down. And now we're left with a one-step equation, which we would divide both sides by 9, leaving us with x equals 3. This is our final answer, so we should put a box around it. Now there are many ways to check this answer. One is that you could go back into the top and put in for x 3, and these two sides should be equal. You could also put it into your graphing calculator. To put in your graphing calculator, you would turn on the calculator and you would go to your y equals key and enter these two equations. Since they are rather lengthy, I will pause the video now while I put those into the calculator. And okay, you see that these two equations, the left side is my y1, the right side is my y2. I can go to a standard window, which might be zoom 6 in this case. Oh, and I don't see it. To change that, I can sort of see where it would be. It'd be somewhere up here. So I need to change my window to something taller. Maybe I will go down and change this to, instead of 10, I'll change that to 20. And since it's 20, maybe I should go up in jumps of 2 so that the scale doesn't look bad. I still need to even go even farther. We'll change this to 28. And there, I see where it crosses. Second calc, down to intersect, enter. First curve, second curve, guess where it's at? X equals 3, just like we thought it would. We could also go to a table and table set starting at 0 and jumps of 1. Go to second table, and you can see at 3 these two things are equal to each other. So there's another way to check your answer. In the end, what we have is a 3-step process. First, simplify. Simplify. Then here, you're left with a 3-step equation. Then when we add this to both sides, you're left with a 2-step equation. Finally, a 1-step equation. After you simplify, you will have one of these variety. 3-step, 1-step, or 2-step. It might not start out at the 3-step, it might start right here, it might start right here, but either way, you're into something you know. So start by simplifying, then go to the other ways of solving equations, a 1, 2, or 3-step equation that you already know. Take care, and I will see you in class.